secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. At their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the tailback. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope he gets better. No gain.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The kick is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The give on the inside. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Trying to get behind the defense. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Start from their own 21. Handoff from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Give to the running back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
Punt is on its way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
To the air, it's Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
You know, it's easy to catch the football, but it's a lot harder to catch it when you're about to be out of bounds and you got to twist your body and turn it and keep it in bounds. What a great job by the receiver with great body control, staying in bounds and making a catch.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the tight end. Right back to the well. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Loose in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They'll go to the ground. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Keeps looking downfield. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Pulled and finds his man on the left. It's a seam wide open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To the air, it's Underwood. Caught behind the line, it's Morgan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Early on the Jets. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Might be changing the route. Send the tight end in motion. The toss sweep to the right. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Underwood. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there and then create a negative play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Reads it, fires complete. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Buckeyes heading quickly to the line. To the ground. He's got it again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Wolverines! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the 1st half. When you got to have an execution, there's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the 1st half.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And that'll do it here in the 2nd quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive results.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is in the air. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. In front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking for room. It's Marshall. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's McCulley. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes to the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it. Now, you're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give on the option. Picks up the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that you know if it's going to be a pass rush.
Wide open spaces. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Grab near the marker. It's Tate. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to get the corner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those as you got them a little bit tired.
Second down coming up. Got him at the 27.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the evolution evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
Hey, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because there he goes. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the ground, it's Donaldson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the big fella. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To throw, it's Underwood. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Makes the grab almost
just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. He's got it on the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen. It's personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive, designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Nice grab in traffic. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's McCulley.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Now on the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. From the gun to give, looking for room.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grab near the sticks, it's Klein. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation